Everybody, how's it going today? Binja the Body Whisperer. Hi, how's it going? Gonna just jump right into the workout today, and you'll see this on the notes. I'm gonna do static squat or dynamic squats, stretch, right and left lunge, and that's gonna be a dynamic one, in the sense that I'm gonna be reaching back, and it's kind of a dynamic way of stretching out those hip flexors. I'm going to add a new one today, just as a question. Somebody said, what can I do instead of the push-ups, just because of, just having over a period of time lost some of the strength in the arms. So I'm going to do one that's kind of incorporates the movement. I call it the Inchworm, so you can try that one. We're going to do the side touch again. I think that's a nice way of incorporating the legs, the upper body movement. Back to downward dog, high knee twist. I'm going to stick with the Thera Band today, just as a way of keeping those shoulders going. And then I'm going to end on something a little different. I've been stretching the hamstrings. Today we're going to flip it around because we've done downward dog. We're going to do an inversion, so we're going to do tabletop or bridge, another name for it. So I'm just going to get going on this. Again, I'm not doing it with any music because I don't want to infringe on anything. So I have a 10-second countdown once I've hit it. You can listen to music. I'm listening to the sounds of construction. All right. So now that we've warmed the legs up, now we're moving on to the second one. So that was the break. Now we're into it. And this is the stretch. Put your hands on your elbows. Rock back and forth. Paddle your feet. You can bend the knees a little bit and hug your legs, and then try when you're doing that hug to straighten. All right, that's it for that. So now we're going to do the lunge left and right. It's going to be a dynamic one. But what we're going to add in there is a reach or a lean. So going down, reach, reach, and then stepping back, reach, and take your time with this, getting low with that, reach. This is about doing them slow, just taking your time. Reach, 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 reach. All right, I like that one. I like that a lot. Sometimes I'll do that dynamically if I'm out inside or outside. So here's the other one, here's the inchworm. So you start off and you basically inchworm yourself down into a plank. And you hold it maybe for like 3 to 10 seconds, depending on what you want to do. And then you walk yourself back up. And then stand, and then going back down. If you need to bend to get to the ground, that's fine. But as you get further out, it's about making that plank and then walking yourself back up. So this is starting to incorporate the arms, and incorporates stretching the lower body a little bit more, and incorporates the core. But it's a nice dynamic movement. I do like it. This is one of my favorites. And again, you've noticed we haven't moved from the size of a yoga mat, except for and that's the break now. Except for this one I'm going to do right now, the side touch, is the one where I step outside of the yoga mat, and that's it. Because I'm touching, and I probably wouldn't even have to step out that side that far. Actually, you don't even need to. So if this is all the space you have, I've done this workout at the foot of a bed with about the yoga mat space, with a suitcase filled with my stuff, or a backpack filled with my stuff. One of the reasons I love my the backpack I have, it's compact, but it holds quite a bit. And I sometimes use it as a weight. Fill it up with computer, just books or whatever, and it can be pretty heavy. Over time, again, since we're doing things for a minute, things start to develop, as you see. Okay, that's it, that's a break. So 15 seconds off, so that was side touch. I'm gonna move into that downward dog. So why don't you just get down on the ground for a second, and then move from going to a high plank and moving forward, so you're putting your shoulders up and over your hands. Now we're going back into that downward dog. And as you can see, I kind of look like I'm like an A-frame, if you know what that is. Kind of a triangle. And what you're thinking about doing is relaxing those shoulders, so your head and this portion of your body is trying to reach through. At the same time, you're flexing your quads, so these guys, up and in, and then also you're trying to reach your bum up into the air, right? And relax that neck. No tension in the head. Don't be, just relax that head, relax the tongue, and just stretching into that. Your shoulders are gonna start to feel that. So coming down, take your time, take your time. I might switch this around because it is kind of a big transition to high knee now. But not huge, but you know. So breathe, take your time, don't get too lightheaded. And take your time with these. You know, you don't have to go super vigorous. It's more about, we're trying to get the movement. Think about tucking that pelvis forward and raising those high knees, okay? Today I'm doing this without the AC on, and I have the windows open. It gets kind of humid in here. It's like my niece said, isn't it like a hot, because I do hot yoga here sometimes, and she's like, isn't Singapore just like, if you just did it outside, it would be like a hot yoga class? And I'm like, yeah. Just do yoga outside, right? And if you need to, you know, take your time, do some rolls. You got this. I can feel it, I can tell it's like these two dense, deep muscles in there. So I'm gonna keep working on those. Twist. So twisting up, and side, down, back, up. Okay, that's it for that. So now we're going to move to the Thera Band. I do double Thera Bands. And then stretching that, I'm doing about 30, so that was about 30. And then I'm gonna just make sure I'm getting those shoulders stretched. What I like about the Thera Band is almost like having somebody behind you stretching your kind of, because since you start off like this and then go back, it's like it's wanting to pull it in, so it gives you a little bit of that tension. So it's kind of nice. But something to think about. So we're at Thera Band, we just have one more thing left, so that's it. You know how quick this goes. So it's about making the effort, starting it, getting in here, making the time, and growing in the sense of like, if that means mobility, growth and mobility. So let's get down on the ground and get ready for this. So what you're gonna do is start off with hands, with feet about hip width apart. And then what you're gonna do is put your hands underneath. And you're really gonna try and, you're flexing your glutes. So these guys, your butt muscles. And then you're getting your shoulders, so this is a shoulder bridge. There's another variation to that, but I'm gonna just grow into this for now. So trying to get those glutes, and you're trying to raise that the pelvis up, and you're trying to go from your shoulders. There is one where you use your hands, and then it's basically called wheel, but this is bridge. And if you need to take a break, go for it. Go down, and then you can get back in it. And when you get back in it, you can clasp your hands together, kind of like in prayer behind your back. All right, so that's it. If you want, while we're doing this 15 seconds. So that's pretty much it. I'm just stretching out the old backaroonie. All right. So I'm gonna do some rolling out on my glutes and stuff with a ball. Basically, I just put a ball on the ground and just sit and let it kind of like a pressure point into the big muscle groups. So that's it. And then what I want to do just in front of you guys is, so it's day 5, clicked off. So I'm just putting them here, saving them. So 5 for 5. Keep up the good work. See you guys. Binja the Body Whisperer out. Keep moving, people.